There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got Mike's weather page. Never go down. Okay. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move it makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach in it? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now, find it. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. We're jamming. It's almost Friday, so we can jam a little bit. It's okay to jam. Jamming. We're live. So, was anybody dancing? I caught you dancing. I saw people wiggling in their seats. Hey Shelly, good morning. It's almost Friday. Jamelia Rooney, how you doing? You like the song? That's our boy Andy Simmons. Wrote me 4 classics. Great tunes. He's the man. 6 classics. Original tunes. So in case you can't hear, listen. There's a snorer. And we're gonna show you the boys. We're gonna talk topics. We're looking at a water map here. My hand. There you go. I found this a little funny. So we'll spend a few seconds saying hi to everybody. But remember this here. Everybody talked about the romper room.
And Olivia Joy had a special day on
Olivia
Sunday.
Joy.
I see Robin had a special day yesterday, and Dana's having a special day today. And so is Reginald and Edward, John and Margaret. And I see Justin and Megan and Courtney and Brick and Mark and Rachel and Sheila and Caroline are all having special days. And
I had to Google that. All right, so if you're new to the site, I ramble on a lot. We'll talk about an hour, so don't get mad. That's what I do. What's up, Bill Jackson? We'll talk a lot of weather. I combed my hair, James. Yes, I took a shower. I'm due for a haircut. I wish. See, guys don't take haircuts like girls very serious. Like, I don't know when I had my last one. I usually go to I have it at stages. Like, when I can't go 2 or 3 days without combing it, and it gets all poofy, is my sign I need a haircut. Hey, thanks, Healthy AG. Yeah, it was very interesting. 1935 hurricane anniversary yesterday. All right, let's show you the puppies real quick. Hey, Don, we got your coffee heating up. So we do have the tropics. I'm in for a busy month, I can tell you right now. So here's and by the way, closed captionings do work. I'm checking them right now. So had people ask about that. We're going to talk about the Bermuda High, Jennifer. Yes, it's strong. Hey, Whitney. Yeah, there's Loretta. Romper Room. Loretta, I watched it. There's our boys. There's Louie. Hey, Stephanie. Yes, Stephanie posting some good stuff. Laura, seems like several days ago, but trust me, there's still a lot of people up there just starting their recovery, and very bad scenes. Power outages still, and lots of folks are needing supplies. So I know in our supporter group we have some links that all of our supporters have shared, a lot of great charities. So check that out. But here's our boy Louie. What's up, Lisa? Go Grieve. Somehow I thought you were Cosgrove. The boys. What's up, Deuce? All right, Louie's doing good. Nothing new with Louie. Louie's on a allergy medicine now. Julie had to research, and now his ears are better. They used to get real crusty, but he's pretty healthy, right? All right, then we'll show you Hunter. Then we'll get right into the tropics, I promise. Here's our boy Hunter. We'll leave him up for a minute. And I promise we're going to talk tropics. I got show and tell. I had one thing mailed to me I had to brag about. Hey, yeah, cool about the NOAA thing. Yes, I was very stoked. Romper Room, New Jersey, yes. Severe weather, New Jersey. I'll show you all that map. We got it stalled out front, bringing up energy. So there's our boy Hunter. Soon, hopefully, to have a beer named after him. So think about that. If every Frenchie owner in the world bought that beer, that'd be a lot of beer. He is so cool. He'll sleep. He'll just sit here all day. All right. Cool. All right, real quick show and tell, then we'll get right into tropics, I promise. So, I always share things that were sent to me. Yesterday, I was a little worried because I found out the FBI was watching me. But it was a good thing because we had fans. South Florida, my Cuban FBI friends hooked me up with a bunch of stuff. I even got an official hat I could wear, man. FBI, look at that. But, so anyway, I got this box yesterday from Pat, M-O-F-L. I don't know if that means she lives in Missouri and Florida or what, but Pat P sent me a Hickory Farms gift pack, and I wouldn't let the girls open it because I told everybody I wanted to show how pretty it was. So I did not let the girls wanted it last night. So So, Pat, if you're watching, thank you. Because I love cheese. And this has a lot of cheese in it. So we're going to tear into that later. That's going to be awesome. All right, so let's get to the tropics real quick. First and foremost, of course, this is the beginning of our tropical update. Whitney, yeah, I got two buddies now, right? So I drew a little guy since it's Friday. It doesn't look like we're tracking anything this weekend. This might be my last weekend that I can actually be a drunk donkey. So here's our great sponsor of Mike's Weather Page, Facebook Live, ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. And I drew a little drawing of me going in. And it's not Friday, it's Thursday. So think about ABC when you're in Florida shopping this weekend. They're big supporters of mine, so I always share them, obviously. And they were formed in 1936, and they're the oldest independent retailer in the state of Florida. So it's pretty cool. So big thanks to ABC. And that's me, by the way. If you want to know what I look like from the neck down, there you go. That's me. I'm running in. I'm happy guy. Happy guy running into the ABC. All right, so here's a cool little tweet I did yesterday. This was I'll read more comments after we get rolling, but I got to get rolling into chit chat now. But in fact, let me zoom out of this. All right, so this was posted yesterday. This is a great guy on Twitter, Felipe Papin. And he posted the difference of a monsoon southwesterly, like a monsoon trough that we're in right now. And the reason I have this graphic up, it shows you the monsoon trough winds kind of coming in more at a southwest motion, not your classic winds that we sometimes see. So he was just pointing out that a monsoon trough, the winds coming up from the north on the ITCZ line, we get a little bit more chance for tropical activity because the winds definitely start favoring a recur or circulation. You start getting these winds. I got a new map tool I'm going to try out. Let's see what this one looks like. This one's a little smaller, but as your winds come around, they start to do that. Maybe that was not a good one to use. Let's go back to the old trusty. So the winds come around. Maybe whatever. Somebody's on my remote computer. If I can't play with my marker today, I'm going to be pissed off. But anyway, the winds from the top come down, the winds from the bottom come down, and we almost get that top spin. And then back to this model here, you can see it. This is the big area that the NHC is talking about. We already have strong circulation. This is the humidity map showing the amount of moisture in the air. And the reason I wanted to show this one is it's just showing the African moisture levels we've been talking about all season are quite high, and they're expecting a couple more waves coming off. So we're entering a busy September, it does appear, and we already got a couple signs of spinners out there. This is the first one. We're going to show the little yellow guy. This is the bigger guy on the backside, and then we have another one already starting to show signs coming off Africa. So if you look at the NAC map, here you go. This is what we got. So Nana did make landfall last night as a hurricane, by the way, down in Belize. So it's still a strong storm, producing a lot of wind, not taking away from those folks. We also have South Korea action. You can check that out at Tropical Tidbits. But we're going to focus primarily here on what we got in the Atlantic coming. In fact, let me just show you real quick what's coming for South Korea. So here's a big storm coming. This one's could be 130 knots, nearing, maybe a little weakening before, but that's pretty good 100 mile an hour plus typhoon possibly coming into South Korea. So Tropical Tidbits got that. That's the track. Let's make sure my little pointer works, because I'll be so sad if it doesn't work. Okay, it works. So, man, I feel better now. I already have one guy problem. Guys don't talk a lot in the chat. Hey, Tina, how's it going? Amy? We're going to run out of names. Yep. But, so I was piddling with my Mustang, and my thermostat housing bolt broke off. It's the worst feeling in the whole world. Only guys will understand. And I did it waiting on the bus with Sarah, and I had to get out of pissed off, kicking the Mustang, throwing my wrench down mode to happy Mike mode. But guys understand. If I had to drill out a bolt, man, I'm going to be pissed off. But anyway, all right, so here we go. Let's talk about all three of these guys. So the orange guy, holy cow. So we got a lot of models to talk about. We got a lot of what ifs, a lot of question marks. So the orange guy, 40% chance. Gradual developments, moving very slow. They still don't know what the one behind it is going to do. This little guy, if it's going to merge with that guy. If the orange guy is going to kind of stop a little bit and the big guy picks him up. They've talked about that. Both of them are moving kind of slow. They do mention on this one that it could be more on top of the other guy. So, questions obviously are out there. Impossible to predict this far out. Models are all showing this time next week 2 systems in the Atlantic with possibly a little low pressure in the Gulf. But the main point is this: it's the peak of season. Most of our classic, memorable, large hurricanes over the years, unfortunately, have been around this 2-week stretch that we're in, backwards and forwards. So we're in the point that these are the systems that we're going to be watching for the next 10 days. Like, this one isn't happening now. Middle of September, peak season, we're looking at what could be our story makers as we enter the middle to end of September. We're looking ahead, like peak season September, into the end of the month. Here is what could make the season stories all the way into early October. So this is the time we start really watching waves. And because Africa, we talked about this many times, Africa has had an above average year of rainfall, leaning towards the idea that we're going to have more juicy waves come off of Africa, and that's what we're seeing. So the high pressure is a big question. A couple of guys were tweeting on Twitter that the anomalies. Let's go to Tropical Tidbits real quick so I don't forget. But the anomalies for the Bermuda High is quite high. Let me see right here. Where are we? Climate Weekly. So here we go. This is upper 500. Okay, so not that it means anything. There's no guarantees. This is September 1st to the 17th. Just basically a colored map showing, high pressure in the Atlantic is a little above normal, and it's going to remain that way pretty much through the end of September into October. Doesn't guarantee we're going to have any systems. It just means that what we kind of saw with Laura, high pressure. Blues are lows, oranges are high. This is just telling you that about of the last 100 and what did it say? I don't even know. The last whatever years and months, it compares forecast. And it's just showing the high pressure is a little above normal. And there are a few climate guys online talking about it. That they're just not worried about it, but because we have a strong Atlantic high, there's a possibility that we could have more storms go west. That's all. So that's that. So we do have Invest 91. This is the first little guy that we have, and you can see a general slowdown, and then all of a sudden it starts heading west. We're starting to get the Euro showing development of our second wave, and that, but I would disregard that. But this is our first system, Invest 91. So I got all linked. There's tropical tidbits and general, just sitting around. Then all of a sudden it takes off and heads west. So that's the first guy. That's the orange guy. This is Invest 91 right here. That's Invest 91. So there's that. Susie, yep, come on high. I don't know if that means you want one or you don't. Somebody's talking about engines. Good. Maybe I'll go back and look. I'm hoping that there's enough thread left that I don't have to worry about it. But most things run a little hot, so I figured I'd check the thermostat since I haven't changed it since 2004. Crazy, right? All right. So that's that. Let's see. Tropics. So we got 3 things on the map we're going to talk about. And Omar's going away to sea. No worries there. So, and heat. Look at this. Heat advisories. This is kind of in the news. It's going to be hot. We got high pressure over the Gulf today. Extreme heat warning in the Carolinas. Look at that. So the Outer Banks in eastern North Carolina, Virginia, North South Carolina. Look at that. Excessive heat. Not only do you get hurricanes and nor'easters, you get excessive heat warnings. Dangerously hot. Heat values of 113 degrees in eastern North Carolina. 113. So probably a good idea to just stay inside today and be a drunk donkey. Let's see. Hey, Whitney. Yeah, but what scares me is what caused the break. It was coming out. Everything was good. It was happy. Everything was happy, and all of a sudden, like, that didn't make sense. It was coming along, man. Kind of like models. Models look like they know what they're talking about, and then the next run, it's like, poof. Oh, wait, I should turn my ringers off. All right, so lots to show. What can we talk about? All right, first off, let's make sure we're streaming on YouTube. Let's say hi to the YouTubers. I always make sure we are streaming. Hey, what's up? 218 of you YouTubers. What's cooking? So let's go into all the individual model runs, I guess. Try to make sense of everything. Here's a map look at what they're looking at. This general area, another area coming. So they're basically just saying. And let's take a look at Weather Nerds. They just know. You could put the crayons anywhere, really. They just know, because we're entering peak of season and things are juicy, that these are the ways. These are the ways we got to watch. So this is on Weather Nerds, by the way. But here's 91. This is our first one, 91. Our second area is behind it, and then our third area you can start to see coming off, which is kind of this one, actually. It's not really that one, but they're going to end up kind of combining. But all right, let's look at some long-range models. That's what everybody likes to do. We'll look at let's look at their next 16 hours, and then we'll jump right into models. I need to take some coffee breaks. So here's your latest 16 hours. We'll take a look at that real quick. We got storms up in Jersey again. Heavy rain. I just posted too in North Carolina. They just had a I think it was North Carolina. No, it was more. What was that? Let me go to Twitter. We just had a rain alert that I just shared on. Let's take a look here. So right here, this is going into Louisiana. So this is kind of close to folks that are still affected by Laura here. But we got a 2 to 3 inches of rain this morning going Texas into Louisiana. That's happening right now. So if you're up there still in recovery mode from Laura, let's take a look at the power outages. I know the linemen are working their tails off, but we still have wrong state, Mississippi. I'm like, whoa, 100. There we go. So it's 162. Yesterday it was around 250. So look at that. So they're down to 162. That's still a lot of people. 162,000 though, still without power. So all right, let me do Romper Room real quick. Tropics, I'm telling you, by this time next week we might be. Why is that showing up? That's not right. There we go. Notice some of the NOAA maps are having a hard time. Yesterday they were having a hard time catching up, but sometimes you got to refresh. Sammy made coffee and biscuits. So excessive flood map. So since we were talking about water, by the way, and then we're gonna go straight into they got Wendy's got Africa now. Tire City, Lake Charles. Yeah, Whitney, I know, man, terrible. But listen, so before I forget, since we're talking about water, check these guys out. All right, so I'm gonna post a link. All right, they sent me some of this stuff. It's amazing. I never believed any of this kind of stuff, but I put it on my truck and liquid glass guard. It's crazy. They say it lasts 6 months, but they got a 15% just for our fans, just for you guys. So if you live in a lot of areas that have water, hint Florida, like every day, like driving I-4, try this stuff out. They have a 15% coupon that I'm going to link it. I'll share it later here today. It's donkey, but good stuff. So watch for that on my feed. Give them a shot. They love us, man. They're big Mike's Weather Page fans. So we cross promote, man. All right, so back to the models. Let's take a look. So the big old crazy mess. So I keep showing this is Tropical Tidbits. So we got two areas we are watching. Obviously, let's fast forward to about Tuesday. So this is the big question. Orange, red, what do they do? Nobody knows. GFS is showing the red guy, orange guy. This is this weekend, Saturday, 2 days from now. Models they're going to be so close together. Even the NHC doesn't know. They don't know if the red guy is going to stay to the north, the orange guy. We don't know that. But nonetheless, our other wave coming off Africa is this. Regardless, this one is both 1 and 2 combined. We don't really know that, but this is a whole new guy. New. It looks like meow. But this is a whole different entity, and we're still kind of watching this little area here for something. But as we go in time, let me fast forward here. This is midweek. So midweek looks like a little face, but we got 2 spots. The one behind is a little stronger. This is midweek on the GFS, just kind of showing all of them. Let's stop. This is what I want to show right here. So I like doing this now. So we'll stop at like Wednesday. All right, we'll see what all the models are saying at the exact same timestamp. So the Euro, the exact same timestamp. It's showing new system, but it's showing weak low pressure in the Gulf, and it's showing 2 separate entities. And what it kind of does is this. Here's the orange guy, here's the red guy. Kind of races the red guy. Oh, somebody's talking about me. My nose itches. We that are getting sick. Can't get sick in September. That's why I drink lots of Jack. Jack is like nature's medicine. But here's the Euro. So the Euro. So this makes sense. Okay, this is more Wednesday. So we go back to GFS. Kind of showing 3. So you know, the likelihood of this time next week is, you know, we're gonna be tracking something. We just don't know what. And we're also watching a midweek front here. Now look, this is very important. The GFS is showing. Oh, what the heck is that? That wasn't what I wanted. Oh my God, get me out of here. All right, we got to close that. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so we got a big dip here. Got a front coming down, right? This is a natural steering mechanism typically for systems. Could happen, yes. Could linger and leave a little low. That could be what the models are picking up on later in the week. Next week could be, lingering low pressure. The difference being here that the Euro is showing a weaker setup, not a strong low pressure. And what happens, this is exactly what happened with Laura we were talking about. How quick the high pressure builds back in is going to determine how west these guys go. Big question marks this far out. Remember, talked about this yesterday. Some of the original models had Laura actually going on the east coast, but the high pressure built back in quicker, and it pushed her obviously towards Texas-Louisiana state line. So because of that anomaly chart I showed you earlier, some of the big Mets are saying, high pressure this year is stronger than normal. The anomalies meaning. So some of these models are predicting the fronts to survive maybe longer than they really are in reality. As we saw with Laura, that front dissolved quick, high pressure built back in and shoved our system. Kind of like what we saw with Isaiah too. High pressure kind of built back in from around, shoved Isaiah and kept pushing Isaiah, straight north because of this high pressure. So, we just got to look at the past to predict the future. So anyway, Bobby's late. Oh my God. Bobby, I'm only going to read one paragraph of you today. Bobby's great. Bobby's one of my original fans. I was like so in love with Bobby. I'm like, she's awesome. I got her up here. Look at that. I got her in the limelight, man. Look at that. Right there, right underneath. I could say I've been a supporter of hers for years. But I did a lot of work today too, by the way. All right, so just back to this and then we'll go back to the models. I know it's hard to follow me. Well, I don't want to piss everybody off. I only piss a few people off, but not a lot of people. I don't mind pissing a few off, just not a lot. So here's the Euro. Let's go. So we got that cooking. This is midweek next week. Let's go to the CMC. Two systems. They are actually showing. See, all right, look at that. The little Fujiwara effect here. But the CMC is kind of showing what the GFS is doing and merging these two. And makes a new one behind. And a brief moment has three. Which is probably leftover orange guy. So there's a Euro showing 3. This is next Friday. CMC kind of showing 3 next Friday. Again, now look how strong the trough is here from the CMC. That's pretty strong. Euro. This is the exact same. So that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of question marks on how strong. If this high pressure builds in and it'll keep our little guys going west. So these are things you got to worry about. Not take your eyes off things in September. I don't like to use words worry, but I'm just saying these are things you got to pay attention to. So there's a big discrepancy on this front and how strong it really is going to be, the timestamp. So anyway, there's your CMCs. According to the CMC, now if this is strong, these little guys will harmlessly, hopefully split the gap between Bermuda and the U.S. But again, too far to know. Important thing to note. 2 systems. Now the Icon has been doing good this year. I haven't even looked at it yet. Here's the Icon this morning. This is Tuesday. Look at that. Weak low. Little weak low here. This is actually more of a wave that just kind of makes its way over. And then we have boom, boom. So the Icon is looking at you. And the Icon goes to 00Z, goes longer. So we'll see what it shows. So see the Icon. So here you go. This is so cool to look at. This tropical tidbits. Levi, love them. Hey, there you go. Levi, love them. We love them, Levi. I love Levi's so much I burned all my Wranglers and I only wear Levi's. I'm bringing jorts back, by the way. Any guys wear jorts? I guess they're not cool. I don't know. I didn't know that. But here's what the Icon. They're doing the old combo thing too. So there's our orange guy. Orange guy, red guy. And watch what the icon does. Blends them together. And finally gets it moving. And then our second guy comes out. So that confidence is, pretty good. And it's just, this is next Thursday. So, confidence is very high. GFS Para, did it run at 6Z? Not yet. Overnight, here's a GFS Para model, parallel, supposedly newer version, I guess, coming out maybe. But here's Thursday. It's pretty strong. And the GFS Para did good on the formation of Nana. So you got to, look at all models this year. But there's a GFS Para, and it's showing a couple big ones forming. 366. That's Friday, September 18th. Way too far away. But look, it's even showing a little spin-off Sunday, September 13th here from our... so, for a brief moment, you have not one, not two. It's BOGO. But the important thing here is this. Midweek next week, 2 spots to watch. So I'm not going to go any farther than that until we really know what's going to happen here. So, but they do appear to be riding a little higher, but above 10 degrees. So that would support the chances more of a recurve. But it all depends on the high pressure. So there's that. And then we got one more model we haven't looked at, and then I'll slow down a little bit. And take a break. Let's see. I want to go to, let me close a couple things. And I'm sure you hear Lori, man, I got my T-back flip-flops. Bobby, hey, listen, I don't know if our American Woman Coffee Girl's on, but I gave a bag to my mom and dad, man, and they are so in love. They've bought Folgers their whole life. So they're like, man, this does good. It's like the best. So you sold an 83-year-old and an 82-year-old, or an 83 and a 80-year-old. Which is good. All right, let's look at I haven't really looked at the UK yet. And then we'll be done on model looking. Then we'll talk about everything else. Whatever you want to talk about. So here's the UK. Let's take a look. UK kind of blends. Let's see. Here's the UK. All right, so it's hard to see on this map. This isn't as sexy as Levi's site by any means. Levi's got more color. But just, next, what day is that? Would be September 4th. Oh, so, what? Yeah. Okay. Looking at the wrong date. So, all right. So it's showing the merge that most of them are showing. And then 2 systems next Wednesday. So, general trend. The golf thing doesn't look that impressive. But, this time next week, we could have 2 systems out there. We're going to be in overdrive mode if that happens. And our global tropics hazard map supports this. This got posted yesterday or Monday or yesterday. And it's actually showing our Gulf as a potential September 9th through the 15th as a stalled out front leaves behind some low. But this general map, really what it's showing more than anything, the green is a lot of juice coming off Africa. You can see that. So anytime you get a lot of juice, it's not dry out, means we have a shot. So, but all the other factors, I got so much stuff on here we can look at. But, here's just a pretty cool map. Look at that. There's the wake left behind, the upwelling from Laura. Look at that, showing the anomaly blue color. The NASA map probably shows it too. Satellite map, big time. Look at that. So I'll leave it right here. But that's the water as our storm. It's very fascinating. But as our what the heck's going on here? Doesn't like this map. So hey, now we got 2 maps. If that one doesn't work, I'd try this one. Nope, must be this type of map. Close. But anyway, as Laura went across the water, it sucks up all the hot water and it leaves behind cool water from deep down below the Gulf. So all the blues mean is that's deep Gulf water that was pulled up, and obviously Laura strengthened, and it pulled up a lot of cold water with it along the way. So anyway, all right. So we got that. We talked about a lot. There's a lot. Let's see. Storms again today. I know we have somebody from New Jersey that posted, but look, big storms today in New Jersey, Delaware, parts of Maryland, West Virginia. Pay attention here. Storms could develop. Tornado chance pretty high, 10%. That likely means we're going to get in wind or hail too. So that means you'll be getting a tornado watch, almost certain here later today. Let's take a look at. I guess we'll look here, Mid-Atlantic. We'll see when the time frame is. This is later today. Daytime heating, 5 o'clock. So here you go. This is 3 o'clock. So storms later this afternoon. Here's 3 o'clock. It's just a general idea of timing, but there's our big storms this afternoon into tonight. So storms will last through evening hours, 3, 4, 5. Here's 7, 8, 9, even midnight. So it's going to be a stormy afternoon. Right in here. PM. I love my little marker. Shelly, that's your fault. You got me hooked to my little marker thingy. So what's up, Amanda? Yeah, I can talk about Emily. You guys are talking about kids. So apparently Julie buys her clothes, and now I've counted about 5 pairs of jeans that have holes in them. Big holes. Like, I'm wearing jorts that have holes in them that I wore 5 years now, right? But she's in the jeans with holes stage. But anyway, hey Kelly, what's up? I'm gonna read some comments here, see what everybody's talking about. So again, if you're just joining, Pat P from Missouri, Florida says, thank you for all you do, just knowing you're watching the weather. So thank you. She got me Hickory Farms. Appreciate that. And Whitney, so I've done both. Cold fronts, Debbie, yes. We'll talk about that. I kind of did a little bit. We'll talk about the cold fronts. Hey, from St. Thomas. You should send us a picture, Karen. Hey, David Jackson. St. Thomas, beautiful, I would assume right now. So I got a cool map up here. This is a Weather Channel map, and look, it's a snapshot of now, and I love it. I always go there first and just kind of see what's happening. Hey, Crystal from Norfolk, Virginia. Yeah, my belt sander. I got a Dremel tool. As long as she doesn't do it while she's wearing them. So anyway, we're going to talk about the cold fronts for sure. I posted a lot of maps today. Started to sound like Forrest Gump there for a minute. I don't know why. Tired. Where's Bobby? Oh, I wanted to show you the website too, by the way, real quick. So I modified my Twitter list here. This is such a cool thing. I don't know if you know it. You got to go down more on the site, but it's got all my favorite people. And look who's on. Look who, Bobby. You're included in my favorite people. You're right there with the National Weather Service. But it's a great tool. It's on my app too. It's got somebody. I got the roofer calling me. Our back porch leaks a little bit across the seal there by the soffit, and I used to caulk it myself, and I'm like, screw it, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just paying somebody to fix it because it drips water on me. But there's my Twitter feed, and it's so awesome. Look, everything you want weather-wise that's live on Twitter. I mean, so you don't even have to be on Twitter to see it. It just pops up, so it's awesome. And I added it. So back to the website, there it is. So you got all kinds of stuff, and I made it dark. It was white before, now it's dark. So you can see more. Look at that. Look at all that stuff. More. Thousands of tweets. Pretty cool stuff. And then I got my links working better here. But you know what? This is cool. This is some old stuff. I always click to make sure things are working. But this was 2011. 10 years ago. 10 years ago. So, Sarah was probably 6 months old. Emily was 4. But Stephanie Abrams from the Weather Channel tweeted, for all my fellow weather geeks, my favorite page for your hurricane needs. There you go. That was like the utmost coolest thing 10 years ago. So I saw that and I forgot all about it. It's pretty neat. All right, so somebody asked about cold fronts. So let's take a look at cold fronts. So the big thing coming is this. Midweek next week, we have a possible cold front coming. The question is going to be how strong it is and how long it lingers. So here's midweek next week. You can kind of see it on the GFS. This is on Levi's site. Tropical tidbits. Evelyn, you're welcome. Sandy, I'll take some sweet rolls. Yeah, we got YouTube. What's up? All right, so this is the big question mark. This front right here. How strong is it going to be and how long is it going to last? Because fronts push the high pressure that way, allowing this to do that. GFS showing a strong front, the Euro not. So that's the big question. And how fast it erodes is the big question mark. It's supposed to be a question mark. So that's the GFS on, this is next Thursday. Now we can look at temperatures here. And there's that front. This is next Thursday. We can look at temperatures and you'll start to see the front come in. There it comes. Look. Not as cool as it was. You know, I teased everybody. Look at that. Bummer. Sorry to burst your bubble. But, wow. So, that's, you know. The fronts a couple days ago were showing 50s and 60s down in the Gulf, indicating a strong front. Now it's not. This is next Thursday. So, what's that saying? The high pressure might be stronger than, I don't know. But the front is not there like it was. Look at that little circle thing, too. There's a storm. So I guess the keynote to take away from that is GFS has backed off on the front a little bit because now it's only showing low 70s Friday, no 60s. That's a huge change. Because just yesterday morning when we were looking at the same model, I think we were doing it yesterday. Look at that. So yesterday, so when we were doing this yesterday, it was showing 50s in the upper Gulf, 40s. That's a huge cold front. But guess what? In a day's time, it's changed its thinking. Let me look at the 00Z. Overnight it did too, though. So maybe that was an anomaly run. I don't know. The 6Z, though, backed way off. So we'll just watch it. See that 12Z will be coming out soon. If it comes back to 50s again, then we'll know that this front's stronger. And then Euro doesn't show temps. Well, CMC does though. Well, see now the CMC is showing that big. Saw that earlier, right? The CMC showed the strongest signal of a front. It's showing 40s down in the upper Gulf. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what it's showing. 50-degree 40s in Texas. I mean, that would be unheard of, right? So, what do you think, Bobby? You think that's possible? Do you think we can have 40s in deep tip of Texas in August or September? I always get the months confused. I don't know. So the cold front is a big question mark. I don't know if I'm buying it. The Euro is definitely showing a lot weaker system as far as I don't like that map. I like the other one. I want this. Where do I want that one? So the same time frame, the GFS is showing. Well, we didn't even show the CMC. It's gonna be real blue. Look at that. So Thursday, look at that. That's a big dip front. Look at that. Whoa, 40s and 50s. That's a CMC. I think the Canadian's drunk. Drinking them too much Molson. What's a drunk Canadian look like? Remember, I don't have safe search on. Oh, there's one. At least she had her clothes on. Here. Oh, I got a guy without a shirt on. That didn't offend anybody, I hope. There we go. There's your Canadian model for your cold front. That's next. CMC. That's what I gotta say about that. But back to Levi's site. We could show the exact same timestamp with the euro. Nothing. Look how high it is. Like there's a Canadian model. Look, the GF or the euro way up here, high pressure. So that's the big question mark. So anybody that says online, that says online, these are going to curve out to sea. That it's a 50-50 shot in my book right now. There's definitely not 100% agreement that this cold front's going to be as strong as. But we'll know that in a couple days. How far down does it dip? It's almost Mountain Dew time. Ashley, are you here? Hey Barry, Canadians are the most fun to drink about. Yeah, I wouldn't know. Well, I do have Canadian friends, Steve and Eric Salvis out of Canada, and they can't cross the border right now. All right, so now we're into Mountain Dew time. So anymore, I'm just going to read. Jumanji level 12, Blizzard. Well, 40s in Texas in September. I don't know, man. Seems kind of tough. 10-day ensembles, Jason. Yeah, we'll look at it. That's a good thing to look at. We can look at a few of them. Let's look at Levi's site. He's got some. I forget. He's got the GFS ensembles. So let's take a look at those for tropical Atlantic. Where? Oh, that's new. Doesn't show. Anyway, we'll do North Atlantic. All right, so we'll look at the GFS and we'll look at the ensemble member mean. And here is what the GFS is doing. And pick a dot anywhere. So there's really no consistency on the. The only thing it shows next week is we got a high concentration here and here, possibly here. So this is the red guy, leftover orange guy, new guy. And, this is all based on the GFS thinking that front's going to be stronger than what the euro is saying. We go to weather nerds, which we all are. Oh, cool, another thing. Look at this. So, I wish I could stop it. So another cool thing I did on my site. I don't know why I never did this, but it used to annoy the heck out of me. This Facebook window would pop up, and I didn't have the right dimensions set. Well, now the dimensions are set, and I even watermarked a photo underneath it, so that at least the web page is showing up. So I think it looks really cool, man. We stepping into the 21st century. And like I said, I worked a lot on all this stuff, so it looks good. Our lodging solutions guys are still setting up their cities. In fact, they hooked me up with a hat. I'm going to go out there and fix my Mustang hat here in a minute. Pray for me that my screw comes out. All right, so I lost my tab. All right, so now we're going to look at European ensembles. You can find them here on weathernerds.org, ECENS. And we can just hit the track on button and hit update and then loop. It's a good site if you want to get loopy. And we just put it in play. It simulates all the different European models thinking, and if we stop right here, boom. So what we're seeing here, this is the orange guy. red guy, new guy. So we got orange. Then we go back to play. And we stop it here. I know it's, well, let's put the tracks on. And then we'll do it again. We'll do it all over again. So here we go. So we got, now watch this little area here. See how little L just popped up? Look. Starting to get a little, you know, little chance. All right, so this time stamp is this. This is blah, 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 blah. Wednesday 9/9. This is next week. It's hard to understand, but again, a few ensembles saying golf. And we got our two guys and new guy. And you get really confused doing that. But obviously, it's too far out to know. But, you know, it's showing a little wrinkle in the high pressure here. You know, high pressure builds back in, which it has all year. Like we show a lot with the Florence track. You know, we can get a brief up and then we can get a turn again, you know, if the high pressure builds back in. So, you know, that's just the question. So obviously, you know, way too early to know any of that stuff. But what we do know is there's likelihood going to be a few waves coming off Africa. Two are out there now, another one coming, and something to watch close. We got 15-day ensembles we can look at. And that's just a cool word, ensemble. 15-day, you know. Yeah, a lot of them going out to sea. That's a lot. That's good news, but too far to know. High pressure has been very strong this year, so anyway, all right, so we've been almost an hour. Let's see if there's anything else we could talk about. There's storms. There's Paul Delgado showing Fox. Look at that beautiful sky tower. Let's see, Drew Garabo show. Let's see what this one. Golf is hot. That's what he's basically saying. So golf's hot. Vertical wind shear is low. El Nino neutral turning into La Nino. La Nina. No. This is Weather Channel. So. See, here's a good question right here. He just posted. So he just pointed out what we just saw too. The big question is how far east will the cold weather go, meaning how far deep and down that front goes. So cool weather's coming middle U.S. for sure, but how far down, nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right, I'm going to be done with that. All right, we're almost done. Been an hour. Started donation. Kyle, yeah, I don't know, man. We have a lot of fans posting some good stuff, so I'm kind of leaving it in your all's hands. I don't really have a favorite. And yes, Shelly, we do love you guys on our supporter side. And look, I did some work, by the way, if you missed yesterday's show on the webpage. I love this, Shelly. So we got two things. We got Facebook frames now. You might see a couple people that have them. We have a donkey frame and a cone head frame. We also have this cool YouTube link here, which shows all of our past videos. This one will be here next. See, that was yesterday. So if you ever miss a video and you can't find it, just click on the YouTube and it'll play right here. And if you want to see Twitter here too, this is all on your PC version, I think, of the Facebook. But you can see everything on Twitter too. So that's new, YouTube and Twitter. And I also added a link to my page up top here to Instagram and Twitter. So Instagram goes to my page, and then Twitter does too. So, you know, trying to make it cleaner. Not like it doesn't need anything else on there, right? Uh, hey Bobby, it's a strange addiction. Hey Jamelia Rooney, what's up? You got your frame? Yeah, you did. Coned, we'll tweak them out. That was fun little addition. But anyway, so well, we'll do live tomorrow for sure. Not all about the weekend. You're right, MWPs. We have a great group. And it's fun all the way through the winter season too. Believe it or not, we still talk weather and have fun and do some more live stuff and keep it going. You know, just like I said, I mean, this was very humbling to see. I forgot I had this link, but you know, Stephanie Abrams liked our page or bragged about our page in 2011. That's a long time ago. It's crazy. You know, and I got a link here from the Hurricane Hunters. I forgot all this stuff. This one's kind of hard to see, but Hurricane Hunters posted, hey, we love your page here at the NOAA Weather Hurricane Hunters. So that was cool. Doing a long time. For sure. All right. Thank you, Donna. Katie, appreciate it. Katie Halley. Telford, I don't know if it's going to come, buddy. If you're in the upper Gulf eastward panhandle. Don't know if it's coming or not. So I got a new graphic I'm trying to refresh here to see if it comes up. They've been having a problem with one of these NOAA sites. Yeah, that's coming up now. If you want to know a trick too on your Windows, if you ever want to refresh F5. MJO, yeah, Brian. MJO is showing a strong suppressed stage, but it's not lasting long at all. This thing changes so much. Thank you, Loretta Reed. I know you think a lot. I appreciate that. And if it ever changes, reach out. But here's the MJO, and it's definitely the next, you know, this is 9/7, so it didn't last long. Just a week ago, you know, and I point this out a lot. It seems like the MJO past a week or two changes a lot. But, you know, if it still holds true, we'll be in a enhanced stage heading into middle. This is September 17th, basically, middle of September. Going into early October, so that's not a good sign if it holds true. The you know, this would be middle September to October, and it's a enhanced positive stage of the engine. So, but again, I don't know exactly if the MJO is a huge part like it is early in this season. This is on Weather Nerds, by the way. We'll leave it on here for a minute. See, like currently on the Pacific side, let's take a look at the Pacific, because it says they're in a really suppressed stage. Sometimes the peak season, you just can't stop, even with the MJO. The MJO definitely helps early season activity, but it just seems like the peak months, you know, here's the Pacific side. And I don't know, do we have anything over there right now? This one little guy. That's actually, this is Nana. Nana could pop over on the Pacific side. The remnants of Nana. That's the only thing on the map. So 5 day. Let's do 5 day. That's it. So yeah, that's suppressed. Depressed. Suppressed. Cool, man. Hey, Sandy, good deal. You got your frame. That's awesome. One of the free things Facebook offers. And yes, I do that at 9:19. We replay it. The only reason I replay it, it's old. It's 3-hour-old material. But people like to talk and they like to chat. Yep. Yeah, Bobby, we can all sing it together. Ready? Na 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 na. Hey Alexa, play Na 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 na.
Here's Na 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 by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones on Amazon Music.
Everybody. Is that it? I don't think that's... Alexa, stop. What the hell that was. Now I'm going to have flagged live for copyrighted music, probably. All right, well, I'm going to roll. It's been an hour. Holy cow, I got a lot of stuff to do here. So, all right, we'll see y'all tomorrow for sure. Thanks, Coneheads. Hey, Joe from North Carolina, what's going on? Yeah, Jason, I've got a few of 10 millimeters saved. I might have to play. I might have to get a tap set. And God Almighty, bummer. Anyway, all right. Hey, good times. We'll see everybody tomorrow at 9:19. We'll see you.